So, seeing as how I've finally hit the end of Tarantino's published filmography, I think it's time to venture deeply and wildly out of my comfort zone and give you all something I've never attempted before. That's right, folks. I'm coming at you hot with a trailer breakdown. That's right, folks. I'm going to take my best crack at being one of those good old-fashioned film YouTubers, except, one, I don't really have any idea what I'm doing, and two, instead of breaking down trailers for massive blockbusters, I'll be doing a breakdown of the next Tarantino movie. That's right, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So let's dive into taking apart the trailer and seeing anything that you might have missed. Tarantino's ninth film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is a send-up of, obviously, Hollywood in the late 60s, specifically the dying gasp of Hollywood's golden age, from westerns to martial arts films to that general sense of glitz and glamour that made the industry what it is today. More importantly, it's the first big team of Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, two A-listers and collaborators of Tarantino who've actually never worked together in their entire career, making this a very exciting pairing. Well, there's producing stuff, but that doesn't really count because you don't really get to see them on screen. Anyway, like most of Tarantino's work, it's got a star-studded cast, including people such as Margot Robbie, Al Pacino, Damian Lewis, Dakota Fanning, Bruce Dern, Emile Hirsch, Kurt Russell, Michael Madsen, Timothy Olyphant, James Marsden, Scoot McNairy, and the late Luke Perry, who unfortunately died earlier this year, meaning this will be his final role. That's God, that's a lot of people. Burt Reynolds was actually initially cast in Bruce Dern's role, but died before his parts could be filmed, suggesting, at least to me, that this film might be cursed, so, keep an eye out if anyone else involved with this dies. But talking about a cast is all well and good, but what exactly is this film going to be about? Well, judging from the trailer, we can definitely confirm this film will be set in Hollywood in the late 60s. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious if you really want to stop and think about it. But in all seriousness, I suspect this will be something of a day-in-the-life film, featuring DiCaprio and Pitt, who, respectively, play an actor in a Western TV show, similar to the likes of Gunsmoke or Bonanza. You know, that kind of stuff that's playing at TV Land when you go visit your grandparents, and you kind of watch it to avoid the awkward conversation, to fill the void of silence. But yes, anyway, DiCaprio will be the actor, and Pitt will be playing his stunt double as they navigate through Hollywood, meeting fellow celebrities, sitting through interviews, and generally living the 1960s celebrity lifestyle, while the film's true conflict arises surrounding the Manson family and their plot to murder Sharon Tate, the wife of director Roman Polanski, who will be played by Margot Robbie in this film. We actually see Charles Manson and his cult in this trailer. The cult are the very shoeless women we see hanging about, and Manson is the guy right here, who looks a lot like Colin Firth, but isn't Colin Firth. He's actually Damon Herriman, who played Manson previously in the Netflix series Mindhunter. The other notable cameo is Mike Moh as Bruce Lee, who actually worked as a martial arts coordinator for various films in this period, suggesting that the fight scene we see between him and Pitt here is actually a little bit of a sparring session between the two, and he actually taught several people, such as Sharon Tate herself, in self-defense. The involvement of Lee, mixed with the brief scene of DiCaprio taking part in what appears to be a very real shootout from the back of a truck, as it's notably not in black and white, and it doesn't appear to be on any film set. Also, it's on a truck, which weren't really prevalent in westerns, unless there's just ones that I weren't aware of. And it's led to some theories, including from actor and comedian Patton Oswalt, that the climax of this will be Lee teaming up with Pitt and DiCaprio's characters to either prevent the Manson murders or avenge Sharon Tate by killing Manson and his followers, which would be a twist similar to the Bastards, quite definitively killing Adolf Hitler in the High Command in Inglourious Bastards. As for what I think of that, I mean, it's possible. Tarantino loves to throw twists like that into his historical works, though it's a bit trickier here, largely because subverting expectations like this could end up being in poor taste. For instance, look at this year's other Sharon Tate film, The Haunting of Sharon Tate, a film most of you are just now discovering exists. In that film, Tate ultimately foresees and prevents her own murder in a twist that was widely seen as tasteless towards the very real victims and their very much still alive families, so perhaps Tarantino will, for once, err on the side of caution. So yeah, that's this trailer breakdown for you guys. Was it a fun experiment? Was it a crushing, brutal failure that was a waste of both yours and my time? Did it make you ponder the film a little bit more? Did it make you hate the film? If so, leave a comment, I guess. Like, subscribe, whatever it is YouTubers demand, besides throwing in obscenities. Yeah, I certainly kind of enjoyed making this, so here's hoping you enjoyed listening.